What happens when one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses sits down with daytime television's favorite host, and instead of charm and laughter, sparks fly in the worst possible way? Inside Studio 6B, the air felt heavy enough to slice through as Sandra Bullock took her seat across from Kelly Clarkson. What should have been a cheerful interview promoting Sandra's latest project turned into one of the most uncomfortable moments daytime TV has ever seen. For years, the Kelly Clarkson Show built a reputation as a safe place for celebrities. Kelly's warmth and genuine interest in people made her stand apart. Guests often left her stage feeling understood and lighter. Sandra Bullock, known for her quick wit, approachable humor, and grounded personality, seemed like a perfect guest. Producers expected smooth sailing, a light-hearted chat about her new film, career highlights, and maybe some personal anecdotes. "It's such an honor having you here. Sandra, you look amazing. Honestly, you've been glowing lately. I think everyone in the audience has noticed it." Kelly began with her trademark big smile. Sandra's smile remained, but with a hint of caution. "Thank you, Kelly, that's very sweet of you." "Don't hold out on me," Kelly pressed playfully. "Is it this new movie or maybe a special someone? Our viewers are curious what's giving you that sparkle." And just like that, the mood shifted. Sandra's jaw tightened. "I'm here to talk about the movie. It's a project I've worked on for 3 years, and I think audiences are going to connect deeply with it." Kelly didn't let it go. "Sandra, your fans love you. They've been with you since Speed, Miss Congeniality, your Oscar win. They feel like they know you. When they see you this happy, they want to celebrate with you." Sandra's politeness turned sharper. "I understand that, and I appreciate their support. But some things are private, and Kelly, I think you, of all people, should get that." The studio reacted instantly. Kelly's smile faltered, her eyes narrowing slightly. She'd often shared her own struggles publicly, and her show leaned on vulnerability. "I do respect privacy," Kelly said calmly, but with steel in her tone. "But there's a difference between keeping something private and shutting out people who've supported you for decades." Sandra leaned back, eyebrows raised. "Shutting people out? Kelly, I came here to talk about my movie. I didn't realize I had to discuss my personal life to earn the right to promote my work." "It's not about earning it," Kelly replied quickly, frustration showing. "It's about connection. People don't just want the art, they want the person behind it." The audience grew uneasy. Sandra's publicist on the sidelines looked like she wanted to vanish. "Connection?" Sandra echoed, her voice edged with sarcasm. "That's the new word for prying. Because right now it doesn't feel like connecting. It feels like fishing." Kelly's cheeks reddened. "Fishing, Sandra? I'm just trying to have the kind of open conversation people expect when they tune in." "And what if I don't want that conversation?" Sandra asked firmly. "What if I want to talk about my cast, my director, the themes of the story?" "Of course we can talk about those," Kelly said, though her tone betrayed her resistance. "But you're being more closed off than usual. Your team told us you'd be willing to discuss your happiness." Sandra's eyes narrowed. "My team told you that? I can assure you no one promised details about my private life." The crew stood frozen, afraid to miss a second. Kelly tried to soften it. "I didn't mean it like that. I just thought, with your recent public appearances and the way you've been..." "Glowing." Sandra cut her off. "There's that word again, glowing. What exactly are you trying to get me to say? Why not just ask it directly instead of circling like this is a gossip interview?" Kelly looked stunned, glancing toward her producers for help. None came. "I'm not trying to trap you," Kelly said, smaller now but firm. "I just don't understand why you're so defensive about something that's supposed to be a good thing." Sandra leaned forward, eyes locked. "Defensive? Let me flip that. How would you feel if someone pushed you to reveal something you weren't ready for? Would you feel celebrated or cornered?" The audience could feel the sting. Kelly hesitated, then shot back, her tone sharper than usual. "You know what, Sandra? I'd show a little more grace. I'd remember the people asking are the same ones who supported me all these years." Sandra tilted her head, incredulous. "Grace, are you really lecturing me on grace? You're telling me I owe you personal details because you have a TV show?" Kelly's pride bristled. "I'm saying there's a difference between being private and being rude when someone's trying to celebrate you." Sandra laughed bitterly. "Celebrate me? Kelly, this feels like an interrogation. Like you wrote my story already and now you're upset I won't play the part." The audience sat frozen in discomfort. Producers waved frantically for a commercial break, but Kelly pressed on. My story? She shot back. Sandra, I don't come up with stories. I create a space where people connect. That's what this is about. Then why won't you let me talk about my film? Sandra fired back. Why is everything about my personal life? Why are you treating me like a reality TV contestant? Because your personal life is what makes you relatable, Kelly snapped, leaning closer. It's what makes people care about your work. You can't just show up, promote something, and leave without giving anything real. Sandra shook her head, her laugh sharp. Real, Kelly, none of this is real. These lights, the cameras, the audience clapping on cue, it's staged. Don't tell me this setup is real. The word hit Kelly hard. For the first time, her expression broke with hurt. I don't have scripts, Sandra. I don't fake it, I ask. If that feels invasive, maybe that's on me. But it's not fake. Sandra grew colder. That makes it worse. If it's real, then respect my boundaries. Be interested in what I give, not angry at what I won't. Kelly's grip on her chair tightened, knuckles white. Boundaries? Sandra, you knew what being here meant. You knew it meant being interviewed. I thought it meant talking about my work, Sandra shot back. Not being ambushed by someone who feels entitled to my private life. Kelly's voice trembled. I don't ambush guests. That's not me. Sandra didn't flinch. Then what do you call this? Because it looks like pushing after I've already said no. Tears welled in Kelly's eyes. I call it doing my job. Giving the audience real moments. Caring enough to know the truth about the person sitting here. Sandra's voice hardened. No, Kelly, what you're doing is using your platform to pressure me. You're weaponizing the audience's love for me to pry into things I never agreed to share. The word weaponizing landed like a bomb. Kelly's face hardened. Fine, tell us about your movie. What's the story? Sandra hesitated, then answered cautiously. It's about a woman who loses everything and has to start over. And how did you prepare for a role like that? Kelly asked, her tone strange. Did you draw from your own life? Sandra froze, the color draining from her face. Are you serious? I'm asking about your process, Kelly smiled tightly. Isn't that fair? Sandra's hand shook as she gripped her chair. You know exactly what you're asking. I'm asking about your craft, Kelly replied sweetly. The room fell silent. Sandra stood slowly. I'm done. Kelly shot up, composure gone. You're leaving because someone asked a real question? Sandra's eyes were ice. No, Kelly, I'm leaving because someone I thought was professional acted like a bully with a talk show. The word bully hit like a punch. Kelly flinched, tears streaming. You're not connecting with me, Sandra continued. You're exploiting me for a viral clip. That's not true, Kelly cried. I care about every guest. Their struggles, their victories, their humanity. Then why won't you respect my no? Sandra's voice cut through. Why is my pain entertainment for your audience? Because you're Sandra Bullock, Kelly cried. Millions look up to you. They find hope in your story. When you hide, they lose that. Sandra's reply was icy calm. I don't owe strangers my suffering. I don't owe them my heartbreak, and I don't owe you the right to drag it out for ratings. With that, she walked off. At the edge of the stage, she turned once more. You want authenticity, Kelly? Here it is. This was one of the most unprofessional moments of my career. You used your platform to tear down my boundaries, then called me less real for defending them. That isn't connection. It's manipulation. Kelly collapsed into her chair, broken as Sandra disappeared backstage. The audience sat in stunned silence, cameras still rolling on an empty seat. So what really sparked this explosive moment? Did Kelly push too far, or was Sandra too protective? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about what happens when the cameras don't cut away.